Right, so welcome everyone. And this course, as you know, is called ECO 207, Intermediate Macroeconomics. If you are registered, properly registered for this course, you will know that the prerequisite of this course is ECO 102, which, if you remember, was Introduction to Macroeconomics. So this is obviously not the first time you guys are doing macroeconomics, and you have some idea about what macroeconomics really is. The word macro and the word economics are important. I mean, if you've done one or two, you already know what it means, but I'm going to summarize very briefly. Macro, as you all know, basically means big, large. So when we talk about macroeconomics, we're talking about, we're looking at something large. So to understand what that means, if you go back to what you learned in ECO 101, which was Introduction to Microeconomics, in 101, all we looked into was one buyer or one seller. We looked at the equilibrium of one market. Our focus was micro, on something small. So by contrast, when we study macroeconomics, we're looking at something larger. We're looking at the entire economy, not one particular market, but let's say the entire economy of Bangladesh or the entire world economy. So if you remember from 102, there are three major components to the study of macroeconomics. So they are, let me write them down. First is GDP. Then we have unemployment. And we have inflation. And you all would have spent a sizable portion of your ECO 102 course going through these three concepts. And actually, we're going to be doing pretty much the same thing in this course as well. So just because you've studied these three concepts in ECO 102 does not mean that you're done with them and we're going. What it rather means is that we're going to take the things that you have already learned in ECO 102, the GDP, the unemployment, the inflation, and things like that, and we're going to build up on top of it. So we're going to get a bit more technical. We're going to look at a bit more real-world examples, and we're going to try and also, relax some of the simplifying assumptions that we had made. And hopefully by the end of the semester, we will understand the world economy and economy of the country a bit better, hopefully. Let's see how that pans out. So what we are going to do today in this introductory course is, well, it says up here, this is about review. So we're going to go back to what we already know, and we're going to look at GDP, we're going to look at unemployment, we're going to look at inflation. And I'm not going to be introducing anything new. I'm just going to be talking about everything that we have learned in 102, and make sure that you guys remember all that you need to remember before we really get into the syllabus from the next lecture. So hopefully what we do today will be sufficient for you to do that. But if it does not, what I'm going to request all of you is to just go back to your ECO 102 notes, just revise a bit more, and make sure that you're really ready for the next lecture.